Pisces, hi, welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It is time for your weekly reading. I've shuffled these cards very, very well. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be the center card in the first part of the reading. So Pisces, if you feel compelled, please like and subscribe. Otherwise, let's just get started for our Pisces. What can you expect coming up in your lives? Any advice is always welcome for Pisces. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. And that goes on top. There we go. So for Pisces. Okay. Let's see what we have here, Pisces. I put the cards down in the same order that they come out of the deck. Overall energy is a King of Swords. Being self-protectant, looking for truth and clarity. Being strong. So we have a few cards left for the second part of the reading. So the King of Swords surrounds the entire reading. This is air, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius that might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But what this is the energy of you having that sword up in self-protection, seeking the truth, seeking the clarity. You might be a little guarded against something here. Very mature-minded. You know, the kings and queens are mature-minded, and all cards are male or female. Let's read on. Up here in your highest energy is the Strength card. This is the card for Leo. So Leo might be strong in your chart or in someone else's around this reading. But what this card suggests is, there's the infinity symbol right there above the head, the symbol of intuition and knowing. This card says you will know what to do and you will find the strength and the courage to do it. Now, these are the two strongest energies in the entire reading. So the strength and the courage to do it has something to do with you protecting yourself. It might even be something to do with you being a little guarded against something, putting your sword up. But you will find the strength and courage to do whatever it is. Let's keep reading. I have the Five of Pentacles next to the Strength card and above the King of Swords. This is the feeling of being rejected or left out in the cold, ghosted sometimes. You know, it's a card of loneliness, isolation. It can be illness in some cases, but I feel like that there is this, you've been in this place of isolation, this place of loneliness. Someone probably rejected you somehow, but I think you're very much on guard about this dark kind of place that you've been in, and I think you're putting your sword up against it. I think you're like, enough of that. Enough of that. I know what the truth is. I know what the clarity is, and I deserve better than the Five of Pentacles. I think that's what you're doing. You're taking control of yourself, of your life. I have the Eight of Pentacles next to the Five of Pentacles. So you're going to go out there and you're like, you know, I'm going to build my own pentacles. I don't have to have somebody else to build them with. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to focus on my work. I'm going to focus on my own future, put my nose to the grindstone and just mind my own business for a while and see what happens. Under the Strength card, I have the Devil card. This is the card for Capricorn only because of those horns, period. The energy of this card is different. It is toxic. It's being tied to someone who is tied to someone or something else. It's a bondage. This is an unwanted energy, and you've had enough of it. Matter of fact, that might be why you feel lonely and left alone or ghosted or whatever they did to you. You're done with it. You're in self-protection mode. You're looking out for you now, and you're finding the strength and the courage to do so. I have the Knight of Wands on the other side of the King of Swords and right under the Eight of Pentacles. Flighty, in and out of your life energy. You know, I feel like this devil energy that they ran in and out of your life, and they're on the out now, and you're like, this is it, I'm done. I'm looking out for number one, which is you. And so the Knight of Wands here is flighty. And I feel like that was part of this energy that got you to this place of being lonely or left alone. And also, if it wasn't for that, you may not find the strength and the courage to do what you need to do for you. But you do. You are. Ace of Wands right under the Devil card. Fresh starts, new beginnings. Yeah, you're ready for a fresh start and a new beginning for sure. And that wand is just blossoming and blooming. It's right next to the Eight of Swords, which is under the King of Swords. I think that you did not deal with this situation for a while. You were always able to, but you were like not really wanting to, hoping that it would work itself out. All these swords of truth and clarity were around you about this energy that was around you. And you're kind of ignoring it, but your feet were free, your mouth was free, and I think you finally decided to take action, to walk, and to look at those swords of truth and clarity. Accept those swords of truth and clarity. I have the Ten of Swords next to the Eight of Swords and under the Knight of Wands. There it is. You can't get more truth and clarity than the Ten of Wands. This is the card I call the end of the pain, the end of the suffering, the end of the confusion, whatever that you were going through, the loneliness. So this is all those swords of truth and clarity. They do come to you. You let them come to you to put an end to this situation, which also includes that Knight of Wands energy. Let's take out the second part of this reading. Let's see what else it is that we need to know. For Pisces. Pisces universe. What else is it that they need to know, please? Here we go. I think I got more than I need. But we will read them. I got two more than what we really need, but they needed to come out, so they did. So, I have the Hermit here. Up in your highest energy, very spiritual card. The card for Virgo. So Virgo could be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. This is seeking your path forward next to the Eight of Pentacles. Working on you building your own pentacles. Minding your own business, keeping your nose to the grindstone. This is your path forward. This is exactly what you need to do, is start focusing on you. Well, we have the Page of Wands on the back side of the Hermit here. This is holding on to a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings. But it's something brewing. It's brewing from your feet and it's going to come out your mouth. You're going to speak up about it. And it has to do with this relationship. I think that what you're going to do is you're going to say, look, because you're coming out of this relationship, it looks like, or you're just going to speak up and things might change. Let me keep reading. But you are going to speak up about there's no security, there's no stability in this relationship. You want a long-lasting, stable, and loving relationship. This Hierophant is a very spiritual card. It is a card for Taurus, by the way, so Taurus might be strong in someone's chart around this reading. But this is also a spiritual card for marriage. So I think you want to speak up about that. I think you want to say things like, this is what I need. This is what I want. I need to take steps forward in my life. towards a very solid and secure relationship. I am so tired of being alone and left alone and not being sure about my future. You're better off working on your own future than depending on someone else to build one with when they don't want to be a part of it. But under the Hermit, next to the Knight of Wands, they're coming in. They're coming back. The Knight of Wands has a way of doing that, okay? They're not gone forever. They're coming back in. But this is going to be a happy reunion, especially for them. But let me just keep reading because, let me see where this goes. Oh, well, I think it is a happy reunion. I think in this case, this Knight of Wands is going to want to change their ways and do better. That's what's so happy about it. I have the Knight of Pentacles on the other side of the Three of Cups and under the Page of Wands. Well, they know they have a pentacle, but they didn't want to come forward with it. Now, it's taken them a long time to come forward, and now I think they're like, hey, I might, let's work on this. Let's see if this relationship can end up long term. They don't want to give you up. They don't want to give you up right now. So they're coming back. This horse looks like it's standing still. This is the slowest moving energy in the whole deck. It's moving 1 foot barely in front of the other, bringing that pentacle. I think when they come back in, they make it clear that they don't want to be the Knight of Wands anymore. They want to be more solid. They want to be more secure. I think they really want you in their life. This is the end of the burden. This is like, it's been a heavy burden for you to be carrying, and actually probably for them too. But the 10 of Wands, there's no 11. This figure is all hunched over, and so you're going to be able to start dropping those wands. It might be one by one. It might be all at once. Under the Hierophant, I think when they come back in, they say the right things about what they want, about not wanting you out of their life. They have cups of love for you. They want to see where this relationship will go. I have the 2 of Swords under the 3 of Cups and next to the 10 of Swords. So the 2 of Swords, this is like blocking your heart, not wanting to get hurt, having the blindfold on, your sword's up in self-defense. It's like an ostrich putting its head in the sand. So out of fear that it might get hurt, maybe things will just work its way out. Well, that never stays. That energy never stays. You ended up looking at the swords that you were so much ignoring here. I had 2 cards, one on each side of that 10 of Swords, being blindfolded, having the swords. But this is mostly to protect your own self, your own heart. But, it just, things have to change when things aren't progressing the way that you feel they should be in your life. I have the 4 of Pentacles next to the 2 of Swords and under the Knight of Pentacles. You felt stuck. You felt weighed down by Pentacles because it wasn't going anyplace. Well, now they're going to give you hope that it will go someplace, that they want to see if it will go someplace. So this is going to free you up. All this has been a spiritual lesson. Right under that 10 of Wands, too, where you're going to be able to be dropping wands. This has been a spiritual lesson for you and probably for them as well. There's your guardian angels and spirit guides. They've been blowing this horn down on you. They've been wanting you to wake up, Take a look at the truth. Take a look at the clarity. Do the things you need to do for you, because you know what happens when you start doing things for you? It attracts more things in for you. So you're waking up to your spiritual lesson. That is awesome. And I think your spiritual lesson also influences them and their spiritual lesson. Because by you taking control of your own life, they know they can't just keep walking on yours. That if they want you if you want them in their life, that they're going to, if I can say this right, they're going to have to change. They're going to have to make some changes, like going from the Knight of Wands to the Knight of Pentacles, and actually be much more grounded. I had the Ten of Cups and the Ace of Swords were the extra cards that came out. 10 Cups of Love, Sunshine and Rainbows. Look, there's union between two people, children dancing. It's a very joyful and loving card. This is next to that 10 of Wands. I'm putting down those wands. And it's all because they're going to have truthful and honest conversation here with this person. Now, you know, these types of relationships in my readings don't always work out, but this one looks like it's going to work out. At least they're going to give it their best shot on this relationship, and you're going to allow them to give it their best shot. I'm going to take out an angel card for you. Oh, one turned over. That's your card right there. My glasses on so I can read it to you. It's card number 16, if that makes any, you know, has anything to do with your, what am I trying to say? If that number means anything to you. So what it says is, out with the old, in with the new. And I feel like that's what's happening, is they're changing. Let's see what it says, though. Heaven is showing you a sign that it's time to move in a new direction. And I think that's just you taking control of yourself, putting your sword up and saying, I've had enough. I can do this better on my own. Often this is because you're not happy and feeling a lack of purpose in your life. Very stuck. This is a wake-up call to make changes that match your heart's desires and spiritual truths. So once you do this, you know, start working on yourself, building your own pentacles. This is your path forward. The Hermit says so. If this is your reading. If it's not your reading, check your moon sign, which is your private and emotional self, or get a private reading from someone that you trust. But this is what you need to do, is take charge of your life, look at the truth and the clarity of the whole situation. And this is going to make them give this a lot of thought. And I just don't see them wanting to give you up. I don't. So I think they're coming back in this reading. Wow, Pisces. This is your reading. Thank you for watching Universal Guidance Tarot.